Welcome back, everybody, to the Mr. ThinkSmart Show. I have some special guests, but before I introduce them, listen, I need you to like, subscribe, and hit that like button for real, for real. Don't just look at it, hit it. It looks like this. Hit it and subscribe right there, okay? All right. Now, who I have today, they blessed me with the opportunity to speak on their panel. I have Wolfe Nation. I'm gonna have them introduce themselves. But remember, the Mr. ThinkSmart Show is a show who is promoting young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs, people of education, people who are moving forward. Remember that. So, further ado, ma'am, start it out.
Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. I'm half of Wolfe Nation, 1/3 of Wolfe Nation.
And I'm also another third, Dennis McMurray, artistic director.
Okay, now you've heard their titles. Now what I want them to do, fellas, lady and gentlemen, what I need you all to do, I want to know a little bit about your journey. First, before you tell your individual journeys, how did you all connect as a group and get together?
I'll let Dennis go.
Okay, so once upon a New Year's Eve, one of my friends, I had freshly moved to Dallas. I didn't really know a lot of people, but my friend was having a little get together for New Year's. So he's like, "Oh, you should come through. You should bartend and stuff." So because they knew I was kind of good with the drinks.
Okay.
So I was all right, cool. I'll stop through. So I came through. brought like a ton of different bottles. Was just mixing everything. And
you just mixing stuff?
I made a little menu. I propped it up and everything. I was like, oh, what is this one? What is Amnesia?
Right. Major names and things. Okay, gotcha.
I think that one had Everclear in it. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, so this one lady walks in and she comes up to the bar and we start just talking about starting podcasts and wanting to do stuff like that. And it was this Kayla. We're like, oh yeah, we should link up. We should, talk about. We should see what we can get popping. I do podcasts. I produce them. She's like, oh really? So we set up another meeting, got into it, and then later on, after having a pretty successful podcast, we just decided, there's not a lot of places for people to record that kind of thing, especially for a good price that's not in some kind of weird, bundle contract or something. So we were like, let's try and create an environment where people can, bring other people in, where they feel, kind of cared for, and that we can help really guide and produce their show so they can be successful as a show. So we ended up starting Wolfe Nation, not only as a podcasting production agency, but also as a marketing and branding agency as well. That's
dope. Dope. Listen, people. Listen to their journey. Listen to that. You see that? Attraction. They didn't even know. They were just going to have fun. So, Miss Kayla, so what did you play a part in? I know that, y'all met and things like that. So, what is your role?
So, after Dennis and I met, and like he said, he talked about that he was a podcast producer, and I wanted to start a podcast. And so after we moved forward and went into the whole Wolfe Nation, portion of it, and started the company, we both have our own creative minds or influence that we put towards the company. So he's the designer, and I'm the accountant. That's both of our backgrounds. So we kind of meshed together, and trying to get the business aspect together, and the money flowing has been my part. Him creating and being wonderful with the flyers and the designs, and making sure that when the sound for our podcast and everything that we create, sounds is the best, really. That's been, kind of his part too. So we basically balanced ourselves out. We brought on another young man, Steve, and he is more for our event planning. So he's a DJ. He's a professional DJ. His name is So Focused. DJ So Focused.
So Focused.
So he is also when we do our event planning, he is our DJ. And his mind for creating events has blown us out the water just as much.
Wow.
And so actually Steve was a guest on the podcast that we had last year.
Okay.
And then we've just built a relationship with him, and now he's came on to Wolfe Nation as well.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Now, another question, like Wolfe Nation, where did that come from?
So I think while we were kind of like mulling over different names, we were like, all right, we want to do like, you know, production agency. We want to be like, you know, like cool, but I don't know what we're gonna name it. I don't know what we're gonna call it. But I started thinking of kind of like, you know, just the animal, the wolf, and how they like operate in packs and how they kind of ride together. You know, they create different formations to make sure everyone is taken care of, make sure everyone's fed,
Right.
make sure like no one's like defenseless, that kind of thing. And that's kind of like the, you know, the feel I wanted this company to have, whether it's for the people who were in it or even just the people that we help, that
Right.
we're all together, kind of like a nation, moving forward, kind of like a pack.
Got it.
Yeah, and we're always on full attack,
Right.
no matter what for opportunity.
I like. Now, family, we'll be right back. We gotta pay some bills. How you all specialize in your craft. So, talk about your background.
So my background is accounting. I graduated from TW, Texas Women's University, and I've been in the banking industry for a long time as well. I guess it's kind of with my career path or whatever, but I've been in the banking industry as well. And then this kind of helps because I'm able to talk to people because I in the banking industry talk to people all the time, and not only that, I'm able to present them a service, which is something that you do in the banking world, is present them a service. So I've been able to learn how to do that as well, and then making sure that we meet a certain quota every month, which is our office rent.
Right.
Making sure we reach that every month and trying to figure out how many clients to come in, the days that they come in, what service that they do need. It's kind of like a check mark to check down and make sure that we don't pay out any money out of pocket for our office space. But just my expertise for the accounting would be making sure we get our clients coming in.
That's dope. That's dope. And you did it?
Yeah. So my background is in graphic design and communications. I went to school at Florida A&M University, HBCU.
Yeah. Shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, down in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm originally from Wisconsin, but I knew I wanted to go far, and I knew I wanted to go to an HBCU. So I looked for one that had my program, and it was in graphic design. Now, also there, when I was studying graphic design, I was also studying bits and pieces of video editing, photo editing, as well as sound editing as well, which is something I had done before in church, where I was learning how to work sound.
I did too. I did that. I did sound since I was 9.
Yeah.
So I left St. Louis. Yes. So I understand.
Yeah. So I had picked up. My church had given me my first big mixing board. So I used to play around with it every day after high school.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
They give me a mixing
two
board.
Two giant speakers when they were changing out their new equipment. So I had plenty of time to play with that kind of thing. So in college, I think once I started joining different organizations and step teams and Greek organizations like Alpha Phi Omega as well as Phi Beta Sigma, I was the one who had to run sound, record voiceovers, record videos, write scripts, create intros and all the sound for that. So there were just naturally things I was building up while in college. And then of course I was applying the same knowledge in class, and I did internships for radio. I did internships just for a whole bunch of different kind of media stations. So I got to just kind of flex my muscles in different areas.
You've been moving. I like it. So now, what is what is the direction of Wolfe Nation as of now as a company in Dallas? Are you all going to just focus on just Dallas? Because Texas is a big market.
Right.
But do you all have any future? What's your 5 years?
I would say right now, since we've fortified more of our audio area within the company, we've garnered a whole lot of different clients for that.
Right.
Now we're starting to move more so into the branding as far as the marketing aspect of helping businesses improve their look, get their goals, a lot more accomplished and fortified, and just really making sure everything that they do and everything they present is polished as well. So within that, we've actually started working with different companies, who have been in, Iowa, Wisconsin,
Right.
Florida, Atlanta, North Carolina, California. So we're really starting to like branch out for people who, you know, may own their own store. We just did work, I think, with I think Iowa Soul. They're like a sneaker convention in Iowa, who contacted us like, hey, we want you to do like our T-shirts, our branding, like our badges, our signs, our flyers, like everything like that. So it's like we get to have influence somewhere where we don't even, you know, live. Iowa's definitely far from Dallas, Texas. So I think we want to increase that growth, increase that clientele, and really do a lot more work within branding.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I want to say that we want to increase our event planning too, especially like with our friends here in Dallas. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. So with our friends out here in Dallas, you know, we want to make sure that we are able to reach out to them as far as event planning is concerned. But not only that, when it comes to mastering your entrepreneurial craft, our family also needs to know about the things that we say as well. So, you know, I have family in Louisiana and in Mississippi, and he has family in Florida and Wisconsin. So it's like, is it Wisconsin?
Yeah, Florida, Wisconsin.
Okay, in Wisconsin.
Atlanta.
So it's like we kind of want to branch out to them to let them know that, hey, all the things that we're doing, because they may not be doing it in your city, but we can come out to your city and do that just as much as we have that we do in Dallas.
Exactly.
And because it's not like it's just the information is just Dallas based, it's for everybody.
Exactly.
So I definitely think that we want to go back out into our families and knock that out too.
Yeah, and I do commend it, growth and development.
Yeah.
You have to grow. You have to sow seeds for it to grow. That's why I just got off the road. I'm hitting about 3 cities myself. You have to put in that groundwork as a young entrepreneur. Now, what I want you all to do is give them your handles.
Yes. So it's Wolfe Nation Studios. It's on IG. My personal one is the #1, and then Kayla Mack, but you can follow me too.
Yeah.
Okay, we go get it. All right.
My Instagram handle is at DJ Waukee, WAUKEE, and then once again our Instagram for Wolfe Nation is Wolfe Nation Studios. Wolf spelled with an E.
Yes, Wolf spelled with the E like our shirts. We just got these
I'm
together.
gonna make sure I put that in there. Now, family, we do appreciate them coming out. I'm trying to support young businesses, black businesses, all businesses that are putting forth the effort to step out on faith and take that chance. They've taken the chance. It's going good for them. They're doing well. I'm doing well, and we're going to grow together. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, push that like button, and I'll see you next time.